Hey everyone, this is Cubastic. Today I have a great puzzle for you, which I printed with 3D printer. First of all, it looks really cool. Just look at the way the light is flowing, the interesting shape of the cylinder, and I really like the color of the material I chose. This puzzle consists of 3 types of details. This is the box itself, like this. It is also unusual because there is a rod like this inside, on which we will have to put these hexagonal honeycombs with a different number of holes. The challenge of this puzzle is that we need to fit these little cylinders in the construction of these honeycombs. If I'm not mistaken, we got 13 honeycombs and 12 cylinders. It seems very easy to do this, but it's not, because the number of holes for these cylinders in each hexagon is different. There are these hexagons where there are 6 holes, there are hexagons where there are 2 holes. We don't count the central one because it is for the central detail. And there are even those where there is 1 hole. Also, the difficulty is that we have 1 cylinder as high as 3 hexagons. It will be extremely difficult to find a position for each cylinder in this way inside our hexagons, so that it all fits into one place. I put all the details in front of me, counted them, and it turned out that I was a little bit wrong. There are 12 hexagons and 13 cylinders, which makes it even harder for us. Also, what makes it more difficult is that both the first and the last hexagon in our stack must be flat on the bottom. That is, if somewhere in the center the cylinder will be about this way, or like this, the bottom and the top stack should be flat and no cylinders should stick out. We will start the timer on the phone, and here we go. Well, I will start, perhaps something tells me, with the widest. Here the cylinders will not necessarily be placed one above the other exactly. They might be somewhere in a row like this, in the middle, or just above or below. Well, it's complicated enough. I think we can safely put 5 cylinders at the bottom and cover them with a corresponding hexagonal plate. Alright, we got a match here, but we have a problem. We have no more 5-hole plates. We can use plates with 4 holes only. For this we will need to remove 1 cylinder. Put the one with 4. Okay, so we have 3 rows and 4 these thingies inside. If we take this one with 4 holes and put a cylinder in each of them, we can no longer put any of the parts because we have a maximum of 3, or they are in different positions. So we take out one cylinder, put the next one down. Here we go, and we put into these empty holes. Well, we're not gonna make it. Because otherwise we're just not gonna pick up any that can fit on top. So we can only cover with this option. Okay, we have 5 cylinders and 6 parts left. The problem is we can't do this anymore because we need at least 2 cylinders in 1 row out of 3. Yeah, and we have a piece that has only 1 hole on it, so we can't put 2 cylinders in it. It will work if we act exactly the same way. Cover it and that's all. Then we can't cover anything, a single cylinder don't fit. It won't work. Well, alright, game over. Whoa, in 4 minutes and 20 seconds I was able to finally build this tower. It wasn't easy even this way, but we still have 2 cylinders left. Let's see what mistakes we had at this stage and what can be corrected. In general, the tower has been solved. But look, I think we could have put another cylinder somewhere in here. Look. For example, we put it right here. And we have this hole on the previous detail, right for this thing. We can put it right here. Whoa! It worked! Let's find another place. We could use the last cylinder in this free hole, cover it up next. But the problem is, we don't have enough space for it. It's hard. Yeah, we're gonna have to take it apart and do it all over again. Well, I don't think that was a bad try. I think it was worthy. By the way, before I complete this puzzle, you can write down how fast you think I can handle it. Well, let's try a slightly more complicated way of using our parts. So let's take not the biggest one, the most accessible, with the most holes, but for example the mediocre one, where we have 5 holes. No, let's start with 4. We're going to put them right here. We're going to fill them up and cover. We're going to cover them with another one. Now we've got a small hole in here, and this is what I was talking about. Now when I insert the cylinder, they will be at different heights. It means we only need 1 piece to cover the bottom cylinder and we need 2 to cover the next one. All we have to do is cover it with this cylinder. So we have one more detail and we put it here. And now we have to cover it with any part that has at least 2 holes like this. It could be this detail, but here's the problem. If we cover this part, we can't put any extra cylinders in it. So I think we should take a piece with more holes and put 2 cylinders in it. We are gradually getting rid of the cylinders, and that's good. Look how many of these things left, and there are 4 cylinders left. We will use some big thing, so again we have a free hole we can put again. Done. And now we have a problem, because the only thing we can use is this one. Done. Moving on. If we put here, that's it. We can't put 2 cylinders in here at the same time, because otherwise we're gonna need 2 pieces to cover them. And we only have 1 piece where these cylinders can stand next to each other, so let's put 1 cylinder here. Let's try to put the next one. The cylinder goes here. The next one. The cylinder goes here. Cover. Damn! If I could cover 2 cylinders at the same time with this piece, then we would solve this puzzle, but you can see we are not able to do it. Look, we have 1 piece for the top, here, and 1 goes down. But to do that, it has to have holes in front of each other, and you can see there's a sealed hole in front of each hole. In short, I think that somewhere here, at this point, we need to change the tactics somehow. And still, it doesn't work. Man, this is so cool! We can do it this way, then here, like this way, like this, and here, stop! 10 minutes 15 seconds. Yeah, how cool it was! I like the solution so much. You are really straining your brains here. You don't just do it easily. And our cylinder, of course, closes perfectly. Now the whole puzzle fits here. Let's take a look at this last stage I was talking about, which to me is probably the most spectacular. Look, up until this moment, right up until this point, we were doing it well. We have saved a lot of details inside just a few hexagons. Next, we had to save 2 of these inside and hide this piece of the detail. We had no way of getting the pieces in front of each other. I mean, if we put it like this and like this, there would be no way to cover it in any way. The only thing left to do was to put the 2 pieces in this way, because they are covered here with this piece, and the one that's left, this one is going to drown itself completely, and this one is going to stay, and the last one is covered with the last piece with 1 hole. So the correct arrangement of the hexagons and a bit of logical thinking allowed us to solve this puzzle, and we solved it pretty quickly, in 10 minutes. Just imagine how many solutions there are in this set of details. I understand that there are infinite numbers, and the cool thing is this puzzle isn't a disposable one. It can be solved more than once, and each time you will find a new solution, and thus you can pump your brain before solving other puzzles. Guys, well, I hope you liked this 3D printed puzzle. God, it's so great when you can print a puzzle. It's literally not in your hands right now, and within a few hours it's already there and you solve it, and you get an incredible pleasure from solving it. Thank you all so much for watching this video, I'm sure you liked it. Subscribe to the channel not to miss the following videos. That was me, Cubastic. Bye everyone, and have a good time.